Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Santa and the issues that Santa has to overcome this year, as well as what we can all learn from Santa. So, even if you're an adult, stick around. We're going to focus on some questions that came from a child and hopefully address some of the concerns. The main questions were whether or not Santa was going to be able to do what he normally does because of people not being able to cross international borders, and the fact that because the public health issue has reached Antarctica, it is safe to assume it has also reached the North Pole. First, I want to take a moment just to appreciate the level of thought that this child has, because that's amazing. And now let's actually talk about it. Christmas will be fine. There's no doubt in my mind. The North Pole has its own approval process for treatments, and it moves a lot faster than the United States. As Dr. Fauci said, Santa has already been vaccinated. He'll be fine. And they didn't have issues up there because Santa cared about his workers and made sure that everybody was distanced. So they didn't have any issues. When it comes to crossing international lines, it should be noted that this is Santa. He has plans for everything. He has dealt with this before, back in 1918, and he did fine. He has a bunch of volunteers who are willing to help him out in countries that he may not be able to get access to because of travel bans. Now, it is worth noting that because the workers were socially distanced and to protect them, that production was lower. So this Christmas may not be as big as Christmases of the past, but rest assured, Christmas will occur. It's important to note that all of these people volunteered because the true spirit of the holiday is one of giving. And you have a whole bunch of people all over the world willing to give their time and energy to make sure that this comes off. Now, I hope that alleviates this child's concerns. For the adults, I would like to point out that this year, like many other years, there are people all over the world that cross international boundaries, that this idea permeates and reaches people who don't agree on anything else. But they come together for this one thing. There's no government force involved. There's no coercion. It just becomes a cultural norm for a subset of people. It's not worldwide, it's not everybody, but for a large group of people, this is a cultural norm. And it's something that transforms a whole month. And there's nothing forcing them to do it. Laws weren't changed, thought was. And that's how this came about. The volunteers that all act individually in pursuit of this goal are Santa's community networks. And they literally alter the entire month in the area where this is a common practice. And this is something that is generally something that could be polarizing, because many people do their best to divide people among religions. But at this time of year, people tend to come together in the areas where this is celebrated. It wasn't law. It wasn't any form of coercion. It just became a cultural norm because people got behind it and made it a thing. For those things that government seems intractable on, those things that government will not act on, you don't have to change the law. You have to change thought. Make it a cultural norm to care about the environment, to care about your fellow man, whatever it is. And you just have to start it. You have to start doing it, and don't hide the fact that it's important to you. And it can spread, just the way the current version of Christmas spread. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day. Merry Christmas.